Hello and welcome to another episode of Our Crazy Life. Cyndi is going to show you how she makes her world famous Italian sauce. It's probably the only reason we got married.
It's probably true.
So she's gonna show you step by step, but the problem is she doesn't have actual measurements and stuff like that. She just does it by taste and stuff like that. But she'll give you the basics, and then I'll write all the information in the comment section down below in the video. And you guys can go from there and it's just only problem is Our Crazy Life getting in shape is going to suffer this week because she's making enough sauce to last like 3 or 4 days. So I might put on a few pounds. Again, it's not my fault because it's that good.
I think you should show the ingredients first.
All right, so she's starting off Parmesan cheese.
Well, no, I'm just opening it right now.
Okay.
My grandmother taught me without any measurements, so and I don't remember when she did it. It was sometime probably in the late 70s, maybe 1980. Anyway, and I don't think she used all the things that I use. I've added to it.
And none of your kids know how to make this, right?
No.
No.
Nobody wants to learn.
So
first I put basil.
How much hamburger do you have there?
I don't know. I think it's like...
It's like a pound of hamburger?
No, it's at least 2 pounds.
2 pounds of hamburger.
Yeah, I should have looked at that box, see what it said.
Okay.
So I put basil.
Basil and then...
I kind of just do it by eyeballing it.
Okay.
And then this is oregano.
Oregano?
Yeah, and I don't think my grandmother put oregano. Oregano.
I'll put oregano in it.
Parsley.
Parsley.
Again, I'm just going by the way it looks.
Okay.
For right now. You got your garlic salt.
Yeah, lots of garlic salt.
If you can put fresh garlic and fresh everything, that would be so much better, but anyway. And then Parmesan cheese.
Okay. All right.
Bread crumbs.
Bread crumbs. Italian bread crumbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you not videos or anything on this?
Well, are there other kind of bread crumbs?
Well, no. Well, Progresso's the bread crumbs.
Progresso.
It says Italian style.
I will write all this down.
But bread crumbs, you can't get the bread crumbs with nothing in it. Anyway, I just brought that. And then we're going to add a couple eggs,
Right.
at least 2. And then I like to, because the meat is cold, I like to warm my hands up. I've already washed my hands, but now I'm going to warm them up because the meat's really cold.
Right.
And
so you're washing your hands to...
Well, I already washed.
To warming up the meat.
I'm warming my hands up, so this is good.
Do they have gloves for that?
You don't use gloves. How are you supposed to feel the texture?
All right, so now you're mixing it. You're mixing with hand.
Yep. And it's kind of hard because I'm also feeling it. That's why I use my hands without gloves.
Right.
I do clean under my nails and everything, so it's all really clean.
Sounds gross.
Why does it sound gross?
I don't know, it's making noises.
Well, it's got the eggs in it.
It's making noises.
And right now it's really cold. My hand hurts. I know you feel bad for me.
I'm feeling bad. Not really.
No, you're not. I think I might need another egg.
So you don't really know how many eggs, you just...
Oh, I did 2.
2 eggs.
Now I'm going to warm my hand up again because it's really cold and my hand hurts.
Okay. I didn't realize there's so much work in making this sauce.
Yes, you did.
I just thought you bought it in a jar and kind of poured it in.
Remember that time? Remember we were working so hard, you had your business, and it was, they passed the torch to me to make the Christmas Eve meal.
Right.
And I cheated, and I bought, what was it, some sauce.
Some sauce, over-the-counter
sauce. Over-the-counter in a jar. And my parents, not my parents, my mother, my grandmother, and my brother.
No, your grandmother ate it.
She did. But my brother and my mother
said, nope, we're not eating it.
They knew, like, not even a taste into it. They're like, this is not your sauce.
And it's funny that you can tell the difference. You're eating raw hamburger, which I find gross. Mamma mia, Papa Pia.
And you want to mix it all up so that you don't see any of the ingredients like just laying around. You got to make sure it's all in your meat.
So it's all mixed in the hamburger.
Yes.
Did you get low-fat hamburger?
No, I do 80-20. I get the fatter because I just think they make a better meatball than the lean, but you can definitely get lean. I think you have to do what you think is right for you.
Okay.
now we're going to turn the oven on.
All right, turn the oven on to what?
I don't know, medium.
Medium?
Yeah, I put a little olive oil.
So a little olive oil. So now you're making the meatballs.
Now I'm making the meatball. Now I'm making the meatball.
Mamma mia. So you just roll them up.
I'm gonna roll them.
Roll them. So you placed on the pan.
And what you're gonna do is you're gonna brown them on both sides till they're brown all the way around.
Brown all the way around.
And the key to a sauce, or a key to a good sauce, is cooking the meat in your sauce.
Okay.
That's basically the key to it. And you can put any kind of meat. You can put, I do the meatballs, I do sausage, hot and mild sausage. You can put pork, you can put steak. It's whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, because that's what flavors the sauce. And then I mix, once I'm done cooking all the meats and I put it in my sauce, I then put my paste in with all the trimmings of the meatballs and the sausage and everything.
Okay.
And then I put that into the sauce, and that's what makes your sauce taste a certain way.
Okay.
It's not just boring sauce.
All right, so through the magic of television or YouTube, you're almost finished with the
Yeah, and you try,
meatballs.
I mean, you try to make them all the same size so that whoever gets your meatballs doesn't feel like they get a short change. It's hard to make sure they're all the same size.
Are people actually measuring the
I
meatballs?
don't know. Some of my grandmother.
Mama, I got a smaller meatball.
Some
You
of my
don't love
grandmother.
me.
My grandmother used to say.
That's my Italian impression. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. So this is making about, I probably made them a little bigger than I normally do.
I love when the meatballs are in the sauce. I gotta tell you, I love the meatballs. So you're doing this; they brown.
I'm going to
To get
brown
ready
them
for
on
the
both
sauce.
sides. Yeah. I kind of, wherever I start it, which went like this in a circle and then a circle,
Yeah.
I'm going to turn them the same way I place them in the pan.
Really?
Yeah.
Quite a memory.
Well, I'm kind of cheating right now because I'm putting them all in the same, I don't feel like. Because remember, you're going to cook your sauce. You're going to cook your sauce for 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours. So the sauce cooks 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 to 8. It's not like you're saying 68.
68 hours. There you go. Excellent. All right, so the meatballs are getting brown.
All right, and I try to remember where I started.
That's not where you started.
And I'm starting to flip. I'm not ready to flip.
So you recommend making your own instead of getting store-bought
What?
meatballs?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry I don't know the exact, I like to wipe my cans off before.
So this is just tomato sauce.
This is just tomato sauce.
And you got Hunt's.
I like Hunt's. I like the flavor of Hunt's, so I always pick Hunt's. I get about 6 cans.
Why are you wiping the top off?
I just because everybody's touched these, and I'm sure they're dirty. So I clean them all
Oh,
off.
so 6 cans, not 5.
Yeah, 6. And there's 6, yeah.
I thought it was 5.
No, it's 6 pinch.
All right.
And once it's all done, you definitely need a big pot.
The excitement of you washing the pot.
I always wash everything. Even
Not
though it's
every
been
video
washed.
has that. As I come back and forth here, action pack. It's like Spielberg directed this.
Okay.
All right, so you got a can opener.
Yep, so I am doing,
6 cans of Hunt's.
right, so it's
Tomato
6
sauce.
cans of tomato sauce to 1 can of water.
Okay. So 6 cans of tomato sauce, 1 can of water.
You can put more water in it, but keep in mind that will make it watery.
Not thick.
Right. My grandmother would do it with more water, and I realize it's probably because of cost. That's why she did it that way.
Well, you grew up in the Depression.
Yes. The other thing you can use is you can, besides getting Hunt's sauce, you can get curry, which is a little thicker sauce.
Yeah.
I do that when I kind of want to make it a little bit faster because the sauce is already thicker
Okay.
and you don't have to cook it as long. But I didn't do it this time. I don't know why.
All right. Okay.
paste is going to thicken it.
A lot of work.
Not easy being.
Not easy to be.
This is I always hated doing this, and my legs are already killing me because it's standing a long time. Because once everything's cooked in this pan of sauce,
But you know
you
what?
have to watch it.
I gotta say though, it makes the house smell great.
It does make the house smell good. All my critics, which are my children.
You know I won't complain.
My mom made a really spicy sauce, and I don't know if it's because she just used mostly
I
spicy sauce.
never saw
I
your
know
mom cook.
She made my favorite sauce. Yeah, I was the only person I know that had an Italian mother who didn't cook. I don't know how you have.
Unless you have video of it didn't happen.
I know. It's like when my daughter told me one time my mother
That's a lot
made
of
her.
sauce in there right now. So now you're
Did you take a picture of it? I'm putting a
Take an
can
empty
in.
can and fill it with water.
Well, yeah, and I used the can that had the sauce, so I get some of that sauce in that too.
All right, now you put it on the oven.
I'm not cooking it yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna start.
All right, here's where we are now. She did the first flip. Now what are you waiting on for them to get
Brown all the way around.
brown all the way around? And then you're gonna throw it in the pan,
Yeah.
the sauce.
Yeah, because remember they're gonna cook in the sauce.
There we go. All right, so the meatballs are brown.
Well, one is, so I'm gonna start moving any meatball that is brown. I like to save one of them. I leave one out just to see if I did a good job cooking. It's usually the smallest one I could find.
Okay.
But as you can see, they're brown on both sides
Okay.
and they're going in.
And the centers will cook inside the sauce.
Yeah, well, the center should be pretty well cooked. I'm not putting anything that's raw.
Okay.
I'm just putting in the ones that have been browning.
Got it.
Now I'm going to prepare my sausage. I like to have, I'm doing a sweet, which is a little different than I normally do. I usually do a mild, but I'm going to do a sweet one and see what
right.
it does. And then I'm doing a hot one.
A hot one?
Yep, I like to cut them in half.
Okay.
Again, I do that because it gives more sausage. So I do that.
More sausage for people to eat.
Yes.
Divvies it up better.
Yes.
So you got spicy
And sweet.
and sweet sausage.
You can get any kind of sausage you want. It doesn't have to be.
What you prefer.
Yep. It's what I don't know why I picked this, but this is what it was what was there. Yeah, step back when I have a knife.
Yeah, I did step back a couple feet.
Okay, good. Some people might think, oh, she's cross-contaminating, right? Because I did the sweet with the mild. But
We'll roll on the dice. It's family, right?
I don't think you could hurt anybody with that.
Not a restaurant.
I'm not switching meats.
So now the sausage is cooked.
Yeah, well, some of it is. And I'm starting to put that in.
You just throw it right in there with the meatball,
Yes.
the sauce,
Yes.
and everything else.
Yes. This is your pork.
Pork. So that's,
Yeah. Which is a different flavor.
Now what if people don't like pork?
And they can substitute with any kind of meat they want.
Okay.
But keep in mind that if you want to have a true flavor of the sauce,
It's got to have
it's got to have the meat. So if you are a non-meat eater, then you wouldn't put any of the meat in.
Could
You
you
would
put
just
like
do-
lettuce,
No, you can't put lettuce.
tomato?
I
Well,
don't-
it already has tomatoes in it. I'm trying to
I'm
think,
not a-
I'm trying to think for your vegetarians.
Yeah, I'm not a vegan, so I don't know. I'm sure they have their way of putting that in there, and I would love to hear their feedback on what they use. And I'm sure it brings their own flavor too.
Right.
So, but for me, from the sauce, the taste that I like and my family likes,
The
I like
sauce
it
you've
with the
grown
meat.
up on.
Yes, I put meat in it.
Right.
So,
All right.
and
So now it's all cooked. It's all in.
right. So now I'm gonna lower the temperature
Lower the temperature.
because I do not want to be splatted on when I put the paste on.
You have to put,
Ow! I just hit my foot. The grease did.
so now you put the paste in in with all the mixture of the sauces.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the
know you did this.
This is the key. Usually sit down here.
I will stir it.
My grandmother's recipe was just 1 can, but I put 2 cans of paste in. I like it that way because I think it thickens it a little bit better. Since we're starting dinner around 4 tomorrow, I'm starting it on Saturday, so I'm going to try cooking it about 3-4 hours today.
And then finish cooking it tomorrow.
Finish cooking it tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water in.
How much water you put in there?
A can, not quite. I don't like to put a lot of water in because, again,
It makes it too
watery. Be careful when you put this in because it will splatter back.
So how long you cook this for?
Well, till it all mixes in. I don't know if you can see the trimmings of the different meats on the side of the pan. I'm putting this all, I want all of this in my sauce.
All right.
Because, again, this is what makes your flavor.
All right.
So I'm getting it all mixed. I'm mixing my water with my paste. So as you can see, I've thickened it up. And I've got all my meat in here. And now I'm going to
Carefully.
pour it all into my sauce. Every last oil.
So now.
Now I'm going to mix all this.
Okay.
And remember to mix it all the way to the bottom of your pan.
Right.
Because sometimes it does sit down there. I didn't make as much sauce as I normally did because it's not like all the way up here like it usually is, Jack.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to
Transfer it.
to the bigger burner. And I'm going to put it on low, wait for it to boil. And then I will lower it to even more. Well, probably a little bit more. Probably like not quite a medium heat because you don't want to burn your sauce.
So right now it's on low.
Well, no, not really low. I guess it's electric, so I don't know what a flame would be. Because
You have it on like 3.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to kind of heat up and it's going to come to like a boil. And then I'm going to lower it a little bit.
And then you just continue to mix
And
it
then just
up.
mix it up every 15 minutes. You got to get up and mix it and stir.
For the next how many hours?
Oh, well, let's see. It's almost 7:30. I'm probably going to go to 10:30. I want to get at least 3 hours in.
So every 15 minutes you stir it.
Yep. I already said it.
You did.
All right, Jay, does it look good for you?
It looks amazing!
Is this just a seat? Whose seat is this?
Yours.
Oh,
I think I can see right here.
Addition up the sauce.
Zachary, where's my table? I guess you're over here.
This is about 8 hours of work.
Yeah, and I'm sweating like a mofo. Here, put that for your husband.
Well, I think
Where's he sitting?
I don't know where he's sitting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jack, sit down.
No, I gotta film the too.
Bro, do we need a taste test for your shot?
All right, Jay, give it a shot.
I'm gonna take
Not a shot, give it a try.
Well, I think this should be
I'm not
Steven
throwing
here
away
and
my
sit there, and then
shot.
Tyler can just sit right here.
Alright, so I'm gonna get a little bit of the meatball, a little bit of the ravioli.
That
I'm a little
Get
disappointed.
a good
Where are you sitting,
palate
Heather?
work. Here we go.
One is he's right here.
I'll put this
How is
is
it?
even. Yes.
That's so good. That's a good sauce.